Hello again there. We've got Brian Morley again here with us, and we're going to talk about osteosarcoma, which is plaguing the young people of today, and of course osteoporosis in the elderly. And Brian has a lot of knowledge about this, and he's going to share something with you that you'll find very interesting. Brian?
Thank you. I mentioned earlier in our earlier talks that Otto Warburg had a Nobel Prize back in 1931 and then 44 and then 1963 posthumously for all disease, all pain and all cancer. Osteo means bone, sarcoma, cancers. Now, cancers are literally formed, and people have got to know this. There's a fine line between health and disease. Healthy are cells living in an alkaline environment. They've got heaps of potassium inside the cell. The Greek word for potassium is kalium, hence potassium K, alkali. Must be in an alkaline environment to be healthy. Under the skin, everything's got to be alkaline.
That's right.
You produce acidity through polluted air, polluted water, polluted food, other substances in the air, and above all, massive stress. So this is the acid side, that's the alkaline side. This is a capillary from an artery to a vein, giving oxygen, blood sugar, vitamins, minerals, nutrients. Feed the cells, regenerate the cells, and all the waste goes away in the stormwater drains of the lymphatic system. This is the disease state. Remember, we're looking at cancer of the bone here. We're looking at cancer of the liver. We're looking at cancer of the tissue, cancer of the muscle, cancer of the skin. It wouldn't matter where it is, everything's made of little cells. And what we're looking at is excessive fluid, excessive sodium ions, lack of oxygen to the cells. Because it's acidic, the blood sugar ferments inside the capillary, forms a glue, and stops oxygen from going to the cells. Therefore, we've got cancer. This is what's happening to their bones.
Now,
and bone growth is important as a structure to be able to hold the body.
Correct. Now, there's been an increase in this problem brought around by fluoride. Can you explain what happens when the fluoride gets into the bone?
Fluoride's a halogen, and quite frankly, it can be a little bit messy in working out the chemicals. You see, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I actually gave calcium fluoride to my young children as babies because I knew that fluoride in the calcium form was brilliant for the bones, but certainly not sodium fluoride, certainly not sodium aluminium hydroxide fluoride or fluoride with all other radicals, because the fluoride, we'll find later, and we'll get into that probably, will dispose of your iodine, which is your growth hormone, and doesn't allow cells to reproduce themselves. Fluoride will do that. You can't have iodine, that's a problem. It upsets the chlorine or the sodium chloride of your blood. It upsets the entire apple cart.
Well, it shows in in some of the surveys now that young boys, not girls so much, but boys, their bones are brittle.
Yes, it's a strange one in a way, because you find in today's world, because so many mothers, in inverted commas, I found this interesting in my research, that the actual, the spermatozoa that carry the female gene, they've got stronger tails and they can swim in acid fluid, whereas the males can't. So if a male happens to make it with a busted tail and does in fact form a boy, right from the beginning his genes are very weak.
All right, don't tell them too much, because we're going to do a whole half-hour show on this. And if you go into Google and just put in about osteoporosis, you'll find a lot more details in there. And Brian will share a lot more with you. Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.